Welcome to On Track. I'm Ayisha Jaffer. Louisville is getting a new professional football team this spring, and at the helm is someone who already knows the city and its football legacy well. Former University of Louisville quarterback Chris Redman has been named head coach of the Louisville Kings. He was the Cardinals' starting quarterback in the late 1990s and later played in the NFL with the Baltimore Ravens and Atlanta Falcons. Now he's going to help launch the Kings in their inaugural spring season with the United Football League, or UFL. It kicks off March 27th at Lynn Family Stadium. I spoke with Redman about his vision for the Kings and what this new team could mean for Louisville and its players. Chris, thanks for being here. I know this is a busy time for you.
Absolutely. No problem. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about it.
I mean, you've had an incredible career from, in college with the Cardinals and the NFL, winning a Super Bowl. So after everything you've done in the game, what does it feel like? What does it mean to return to Louisville as head coach?
I never envisioned coaching being my future. I had an opportunity to coach when I retired from the NFL, and I chose to come back to Louisville and, kind of tried to get into some other things in business and I went back to school, got my MBA and did a lot of different things. But I kind of wanted to get away from football. And so this was like the perfect timing for me. I coached some high school football with my son. Went to school here locally at Christian Academy. But growing up, I was kind of on the sidelines. My dad was a football coach for over 40 years. And so, being around great coaches like my dad and coaches I played for in college and the NFL. So it just kind of fit out timing-wise because it's a unique schedule. You got to live in Dallas for like 4 months. But for me, I was like, this is my opportunity to bring a championship back to my hometown and where I grew up. And that's special to me. And so I'm just really excited. I think it was a blessing and just great timing for me.
You mentioned that schedule. It's just really interesting to think about that because your players are flying in, right, for the games.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, yeah. For the shows, for the games. Well, and then it's at Lynn Family Stadium, right? Beautiful.
Incredible
place.
Venue. Yeah, we're very fortunate. I think we're going to have the best stadium in the league and got a chance this week to hang out with Mike Rapoli, the owner. And he feels like Louisville's like his second home because he's a huge horse guy. And so he loves coming to Louisville, loves coming to the Derby and loves this town. It just kind of all worked out great. But I do think we're going to have a special, incredible venue down Lynn Family Stadium. And I think it'll be a really unique environment because how close you are to that field. And you're going to really feel those big dudes hitting each other, and it's gonna be loud, and who knows what you're gonna hear and see. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think it's gonna be very entertaining. I'm hoping everybody shows up.
Well, and for those who are not familiar with the United Football League, can you explain kind of what it is?
Yeah, the USFL and the XFL merged together, and we have 8 teams right now, and it's going to expand really soon. So this is a growing league. We got an incredible owner, Mike Rapoli, obviously successful in vitamin water, body armor. He's done a lot of incredible things in the past, and so we feel like we have a visionary and the perfect person to take this league to the next level, and he's going to. There's no doubt. Well, these leagues have not really been too successful in the past, but you can see like the G League and some things and other opportunities to help the professional ranks with the NBA. In this case would be the NFL. I feel like we can be a really good partner with the NFL one day, and that's kind of, I think, what we're striving to do. But they're really big on technology and showing, obviously new rules and new different things that are entertaining. And so we get to be kind of a pilot program, I think, for some larger leagues and stuff. But we think this is going to be very large. It's good football. We have great players that are all guys that it's just bounced around from NFL teams or practice squads and just need some film. They just need to get out there and play. And so it's going to be great entertainment. We got a great team. Started with the coaching staff. When I first got the job, I need to get the right coaches. And I've never been a head coach before, so I wanted to get some former head coaches on the team, which I did. And so I think we got the right chemistry right now and really excited about it.
Well, okay, I'm from Wisconsin. I heard that you also have a Packers offensive coach on your team, too.
We do. Jeff Jagodzinski, we call him Jags. He's, obviously been an offensive coordinator for the Packers and been a head coach at BC at Boston College, but just so laid back and so helpful. And guys like that and Steve Logan, another head coach on the offensive side of the ball, that's what I needed. It's people around me that not only great coaches and been around the game and know how to coach and, coached professional athletes for a long time, but just great people. And no matter what organization, it starts with good people. And I really think we have that.
Just for sort of clarity, how is the UFL a little different for players from the NFL or from college football?
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much obviously the same game for the most part, but there's a couple little rules like on the kickoffs. We might get the ball on the 40 as opposed to the 30, and we do have one pretty cool rule going in this year where if you kick a 60-yarder, it's worth 4 points, and you can actually go for 3 points on an extra point. So like, there's some different rules in that regards, but for the most part, it's the same game. And great officials and great coaches all around. So we're kind of just trying out a few new things, but for the most part, it's very offensive oriented and very entertaining. They want us to light up the scoreboard, which is perfect for me because I'm a quarterback, and so real excited to be a part of it.
This could be a path, right, for some of those players back to the NFL, or
absolutely,
or on the way to the NFL, right?
Yeah, no, that's what we're hoping, and we're encouraged. We want these guys to use this as a vehicle to get back into the NFL, and I think that's exciting for me because so far, I mean, these guys are hungry to play. They want to be out there. It's not the prima donna, I want to play this team, no. They want to just play football and give themselves a chance to get back in the NFL because being inside the ropes is really special. And my career was kind of like that. I played 4 years. I got hurt, had a couple surgeries. I was out for 2 years, so I was outside the ropes. And I was like, I think the 8th player in NFL history at the time to not play for 2 years and get back in the league. So I know what it feels like. I feel like it was my second career. I ended up playing 5 years in Atlanta, and that was the most special time for me because I didn't take anything for granted. Everything to me was special, and really took advantage of that opportunity. So I think this league is kind of similar to that, where it's an opportunity for these guys to really showcase themselves, and they get that chance to get back in the league.
And really beneficial, too, that you had that experience as a player to understand like kind of what they're going through, be able to coach them that way, too.
Yeah, I think players respect guys that's played the position before, and I think they respect being a quarterback and playing professionally. And for me, it's a partnership. I've kind of said that from the beginning. It's not a dictatorship, and so that's the kind of environment that I'm trying to create. Is wake up in the morning, you're excited to go to work, and if that's the case, then I think we're going to do pretty good.
That's what we all want, right?
Right, exactly.
Well, now, speaking of the players, the draft happened, and so I'm just curious what we can expect from this team and who to look out for.
Well, we drafted some local guys from Louisville, Kentucky, and Benny Snell and Lynn Bowden, and we got a Willie Tyler III that's going to be on offensive line, and Des Fitzpatrick is another guy that's going to be on the team. So we real excited about that. We got an incredible quarterback lineup too. We have a kid from Kansas that played college ball. His name's Jason Bean, and he's a special player. He was with the Colts last year. Emory Jones is a guy from the Falcons that we have as well. So he's an incredible quarterback. So we have great players. Our wide receivers are fast. We have a 4-3 on offense, receiver Javante Payton, and then we have defensive back that's 4-3 as well. So we're a very fast team. I think we got an incredible receiving core. Our running backs are with Benny Snell, and some of these guys are going to be really fun to watch. So I think we're going to have a balanced team, fun to watch. We're going to, hopefully put them in some good positions. We got a great offense we're putting together now for the guys, and we start up training camp here, and so it'll be here, before you know it. So I'm really excited to get the guys in camp and get ready for the show.
Yes. I feel like you sort of answered this in so many questions, but we've got this great stadium, these great players, we've got you. Why was it that the UFL chose Louisville?
I think because of the stadium, honestly. I think that's a perfect size venue. They want a place that people love sports, and if we show up and if we get people in the stands and they show that this team wants a big time professional sport, we have to show up for these kind of things. So I'm excited to see what the city does, because if they want to get that NBA, NFL, whatever, then they have to show now that we can support that. So it'll be really fun to watch, and I think they will. I love this town, and think they're hungry for this. It's going to be incredible football. This is going to be on Fox and ABC and ESPN, and so we're going to get a chance to showcase Louisville at its finest. And I'm from the city. I take a lot of pride in showcasing this city. And, we're more than just a derby and bourbon. I think we have a lot of great people here. We have a lot of great restaurants. And this is a town that I think people need to start coming to more. And so this will be a great way to showcase it.
I love that. And I'm so excited to have another professional sports team here in town. Now, Louisville has tried to have a football team in the past.
Sure.
What is it about this team you think will make it stick?
I think just the national showcase, being on the national spotlight, these guys are really good players. The big thing is having a competitive, good team. And so that's what we're putting together. And people could leave and sign an NFL contract and stuff. So, you have to play that card as well. But for the most part, I think we're building the foundation of something really fun. And I think Mike Rapoli, I think he changes the game. I really do. I think he is an incredible visionary. He's done it with so many other products with, vitamin water and body armor and everything. And so I think this is something that he's really taking pride in. And it's going to be not only nationally, but I think internationally as well. I think it's just going to end up on the world stage. And we get to do it right out of here at Louisville and showcase what we can do.
I also think his last horse was named Fierceness. So that says a lot about what we've got for the future.
He loves a challenge. There's no doubt.
Well, the season kicks off March 27th at home against Birmingham. What can fans expect?
Well, hopefully it's going to be an incredible show. I want a family to be able to go there, and it's a great football game, obviously. We want to have a great offense, aggressive defense, and have a lot of fun. We want to have a pregame tailgate parties and concerts and like halftime shows and pyro technology, all that kind of stuff I think will be really cool and something different and unique that we haven't seen around here. And so I think there's already a buzz, but I think once we get going, I think people are going to really, really want to show up, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And we got some great players, and I think people are going to really enjoy it.
Look into the future. What do you hope the Kings will be known for, both around the league and here in Louisville?
I think fun to watch. This is an offensive league, and this is a national opportunity for us, and this is a chance for us, like I said, to really showcase what we're doing. So I'm really excited. I think people are going to be fired up about how big this is for not only Louisville, but the state of Kentucky.
Well, Coach Redman, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
On Track is produced by Louisville Public Media. Our production team includes Michelle Tyreen Johnson, Laura Ellis, and me, Ayisha Jaffer, with support from Rebecca Feldhouse-Adams and Alex Biscardi. Our music is by Coach and Toshiro. Find more at LouisvilleOnTrack.org, and remember, being kind is free. That's the start of community. Thanks for listening.